Let me be quite cynical. The answer is 29 electoral votes in Florida. Given the large Cuban American population, particularly in the southern part of the state, politicians want to win their vote. And one of the crucial issues in Florida, of course, is Cuba. And so renaming Cuba a state sponsor of terrorism obviously applies to the domestic base. The way that you better deal with Cuba is to recognize Cuba, and the more light that can be put on Cuba and the more openness that can be expressed, I think the better off we are. It's got legal ramifications as well as public relations ramifications. Declaring a state sponsor of terrorism means that certain new sanctions can be imposed, certain things can be done that would not be done otherwise. The Cuban people are very, very important. If you really want to see democracy reimposed on Cuba, the way is you do it is with openness and to restrict or at least reduce the number of tariffs and other sanctions we placed on Cuba, allow more Americans go to Cuba and vice versa. Declaring it a terrorist sponsor gets us nowhere because the amount of terrorism it sponsors is exceedingly difficult. And quite frankly, with what happened on Capitol Hill on January 6th, makes us look rather foolish since we are having far more problems with domestic terrorism today than Cuba is having probably since the Castros took over 60 years ago. All they do is they remove the designation. This is through executive action, and reopen the consulate, reopen the embassy, and have some measure of trying to improve relations. Most Latin American countries are looking at America and wondering what's going on up here, given the whole nature of the election, given, as I said, the riots on Capitol Hill and the internal politics. And I think a number of Latin American countries will really have lost confidence in the United States.